Zero is universal. It transcends culture, space, and time. It is a part of a global language and is one of the most fundamental ideas in calculus, physics, engineering, computers, and a lot of financial and economic theory. Plus, after traveling around the entire world and changing the course of human history, Zero inspired this little video. I hope you all will enjoy this video. Let's now travel on the path of Zero. It has taken lot of deviations and transformations. Let us see the history of Zero. Story of Zero refers to something can be made out of nothing. The story is such a history of the development of an idea that has brought up the imaginativeness of many great minds across the globe throughout centuries. The first recorded use of a zero like symbol dates to sometime around the 3rd century BC in ancient Babylon. The Babylonians employed a number system based around value of 60 and they developed a specific sign, two small wedges, a similar type of symbol cropped up independently in the Americas sometime around 350 AD when the Mayans began using a zero marker in their calendars. These early counting systems only saw the zero as a placeholder, not a number with its own unique value or properties. Aryabhatta was one of the world's greatest mathematician astronomer. Aryabhatta devised a number system which had no zero as a positional system but used to denote empty space. There is evidence that a dot had been used in earlier manuscripts to denote an empty space in positional notation. He gave the world the digit 0, for which he became immortal. He was the first mathematician to use the concept of zero. He used zero for the first time to define decimal system. Thus begins our story of zero as a concept. A story takes us to India of the 6th and 7th centuries AD, the era of the mathematician Brahmagupta. He was the first to clearly define zero as what remains when a number is subtracted from itself and to explore all its properties. The zero could now be fully integrated into arithmetic and completely the place value decimal system. Brahmagupta also invented negative numbers as a concept. More than a century later, around 770 AD, according to Al-Biruni, Caliph al-Mansur of Baghdad heard about Brahmagupta through a visiting Indian scholar, Kanka, who brought with him a copy of the Brahmas Bhuta Siddhanta and would commission an Arabic translation of his book. The Arabic mathematicians took the idea of the Indian mathematician for the West. Al-Khwarizmi described the Indian place value system of numerals based on zero and other numerals. Leonardo of Pisa, known as Fibonacci, learned Hindu-Arabic numerals from his Arabic tutors. He brought the news of zero and new computational methods to Europe in his book. Finally, zero spread all over the world. Symbols of zero. Initially, the symbol of zero was represented as two slanted wedges, then something like an eye, and later on a dot, which is still the representation of zero in Arabic, and later on like a letter O, and finally now it is like an oval circle. Students, There is nothing possible without zero. Just imagine what would happen if there is no zero. Now, in modern days, without zero, the modern devices will almost perish. Even basic devices like calculator cannot be used. What will you be able to do? Calculations without zero. The entire system of calculation will be collapsed without zero. You can very well say goodbye to the computer. No social medias, online games, YouTube videos, etc. Binary codes. The foundation of any computer program is based on binary codes, and these codes consist of 0 and 1. Forget about watching TV and entertainments, etc. Even turning off the lights may not be possible without zero. How will the doctors measure the height, weight, pulse rate, etc. without zero? Even they can't measure MRIs, X-ray, electrocardiographs, etc. There won't be transport. We will not able to fill fuel. You can't find the speed. Speedometer will not work without zero. You will not able to calculate the volts, watts and other parameters of calculating electricity. The financial transactions cannot be accounted without zero. Even the basic amenities like price tags may not be used. Zero plays an indispensable role in geography. The prime meridian with which the entire astronomy and logistic world is after all zero. GPS gone. How would you measure the distance between two places with understanding point? Zero is a special number. If we add 0 to any number, the sum is the original number. Same is true for subtraction. If you multiply any number by 0, the product is 0. If you raise any non-zero number to the power of 0, the resulting number is 1. If you divide 0 by any non-zero, the coefficient is 0. Any number divided by 0 is undefined. 0. It means both everything and nothing. It is both a number and the numerical digit used to represent that numbers in numerals. It fulfills a central role in mathematics as the additive identity of the integers, real numbers, and many other algebraic structures. Without zero, not just mathematics but all branches of sciences would have struggled for clearer definitions. As a digit, zero is used as a placeholder in place value systems. The value of zero is well known today as it holds the highest value today. Without the invention of zero, the binary system and computer are not possible. It is the greatest invention which every calculation depends. Zero is a tiny number, but it can never be ignored.